Three, two, one, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'll stop. Hey everybody, welcome back to Kids Network Studios. My hair is a mess. Nah, just kidding. Uh, my name's Amy Coon, aka 1028, and we're about to go into one of the best video games in my childhood, and I'm pretty sure in a couple of yours as well, Crash Bandicoot. The game, not the character. Of course, the first cutscene catches my eye. It all starts on a typical day. Yeah, well, it's not so typical when you're somewhere southeast of Australia on these 3 little islands teeming with wildlife. And 2 humans have been experimenting with the local furry creatures. Yeah, it doesn't sound so typical now, does it? Anyway, Dr. Embryo creates a machine called the Evolvo Ray, an invention capable of turning animals into mutants. But his ever-pushy employer and the main antagonist takes the credit. Who is this, you ask? Well, it's none other than Dr. Neocortex himself. And he's just captured 2 bandicoots, a male and a female. They're both put under the Evolvo Ray, and both work successfully. Now, Cortex plans to make the male his leader of his Cortex Commandos for world domination. So, he inserts the male into his patented Cortex Vortex, a mind-controlling device designed to brainwash these mammals and turn them into evil henchmen. Although Dr. Embryo warns Cortex that the vortex is not ready, Cortex just does not listen, and it winds up him in a lot of hot water. Because Crash turns out to be a huge failure and is rejected by the vortex. As Crash is being chased around by Cortex, he eventually jumps out the window to the beach below. During this time, the female Bandicoot, otherwise known as Tanya, is still in Cortex's clutches and is the next to be subdued to this torture. Now it's up to Crash to save the day, and he teams up with the island spirit named Aku in order to save his girlfriend and the island too. Yeah, not the best story in the world, but hey, that's how it all went down. That's how it all got started. I loved this game. Okay, my cousin got my dad into it, and then my dad got me into it, and I just stuck with it to the very end. And it was amazing. I loved the graphics. I loved the storyline. I loved the moves. I loved everything about it. It was just Crash. It was amazing, and I wanted to keep playing it, even though I kept dying in certain places, and I'd rather not say where. But what are the downfalls of this game? Well, we're about to cover those right now. Number 1, the alternate ending. Okay, this alternate ending is completely different from the true ending. And it kind of bugs me a little bit that this alternate ending, compared to its counterparts later down in the line, is just, it doesn't connect with the series itself. Basically because Cortex doesn't fall into that crystal cave that we know he falls into a year later during Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back. Was Naughty Dog expecting not to have a sequel out of this? Well, time can only tell. I mean, wait, no, I don't think Naughty Dog developed this one. Who did develop this? Oh yeah, I'm right. Shut up anybody who's laughing at me right now because I know I am. Anyway, here we go. Number 2. And that would be the gems. Now, the gems are what was required for you to get 100% in the game, obviously, and that's how you got the alternate ending. But despite all this, why did you really need the gems in the first place? I mean, granted, if you were just running to get all the crystals, they were really pretty much useless to you. And if you're anything like me, you don't have the time nor the skill to get all the gems in the first place. Number 3, Tanya. Kind of surprised that I put one of the main characters on this list, aren't you? Well, there's a reason. Tanya looks like Pamela Anderson, as we all know. She's a little, but let's not get into that. Let's get into the fact that they actually dropped this character for being not child-friendly, let's say. And we don't see this character for a very long time until a certain mini-game of Crash that I'd rather not get into. Crash Boom Bang. I hated that game, and I'll get into that when we get there. But in either event, kind of sad that they dropped one of the main protagonists, and we never saw her again until that point. Well, I mean, she had cameos in Crash to Insanity, but that's all she had. So guys, in all honesty, Crash Bandicoot, as a great game as it was, and it really was amazing, I have to say I'd give it a 9 out of 10. For being not only the best game I ever played, but just being just so awesome, so amazing, so open, that it actually gave us a start to become a Bandicoot. Yeah, I kind of did that. I thought it would be funny. But anyways, guys, I would love to get my hands on a Crash Bandicoot game once again and play it on my PS3. Oh yeah, I would be playing that for days. I would be playing Crash to Insanity for days. I would be playing any Crash Bandicoot game for days, except Crash of the Titans and Minor Mutant, but I'll get into that when we get there, because we're not there yet. And in all seriousness, I'd rather talk about the games when I'm talking about the games. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I got glare on my glasses. I hate that. So guys, let me know what you think about Crash Bandicoot, the game, not the character, in the comments below. And next time, guys, we'll be covering Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back. I'll be letting you know what I think of the sequel and what I disliked about it too. So, until then, guys, this is AK1028, and I'm signing off from Kids Network Studios. I'll see you next time, which will probably be Friday. Yeah, I knocked on wood. See you guys then.